Hello everybody, good morning. Happy Friday. It's about 7:50 a.m. I woke up at about 5:30 and opened up my castle as I always do. I opened my windows and opened my terrace door. It was 63 degrees out. It's now 65 degrees. I have the door open. It's beautiful in here. So nice and cool. We had a terrible rainstorm here. New York City, the tri-state area, it was bad. It came down. I don't think it lasted for too long, but it did damage. It did do damage. My power went out for maybe under a minute, which is nothing, but today people woke up and they still have no power. Severe flooding in the areas here of New York City. As you know, it's bad also for traveling, and my husband had to be careful when he goes to work, and then he's got to come home from work. My city suffered yesterday, but hopefully that's over with now, and we're gonna have like 3 days of sunshine. It's going to be in maybe the higher upper 70s. Today it's only going to hit 75, so that's going to be great. It's so nice and cool. I just hope it stays cool because we needed a little bit of a break. We had about 4 days of weather being in the 90s, so that was so. Anyhow, happy Friday, like I said. Happy August 1st. Today's August 1st. I have some adulting things to do today. I have some, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to have to. I keep thinking today's Saturday for some reason. I don't know where my head is. Yesterday I went to Primark and walked around Primark. I purchased a few little things that were on sale. Well, one thing that was on sale, but the other two were absolutely, they were affordable also. I didn't need one, but I purchased a new phone case for my phone because I have a whole drawer full of phone cases from Primark for my phone. I switch off my phone cases. I like to do that. And pretty soon Jack and Sally will be back on my phone because Halloween will be upon us as far as Disney is concerned. I mean, they would have Halloween in February, for God's sakes, if they can get away with it. But anything to rush money, Fiscal year is coming, folks. The fiscal earnings reports were coming. So anyway, so my iPhone 15 Pro, this is usually for $6. I got it on sale for $3. And it's like just a lavender case. I know this light doesn't do it justice, but it's in a lavender purple, and I like the waviness. It's a hard shell case, so I like that. Anyway, $3. I also needed screen protectors. Now, screen protectors, you can also get them at Five Below. I have never purchased a Five Below screen protector, but I know they come in packs of 2 in that one for like maybe $5 something. Well, here at Primark they only have 1, but I also use the Primark screen protector, so I know how it works for my phone, and I've never had a problem with it. So I just need a new one. This is the tempered glass screen protector, iPhone 15 Pro, for $4. So that's not a bad deal either, And you get the little cloth with it, you get the little wipes with it, but I know what I'm doing anyway. So I have used them before. They're good. I also see that they have their fall displays that are starting. I hope that's not the only fall display, because if it is, that's really crappy. I mean, my store, I'm complaining about my Primark location because it is just not happening. I don't understand. The employees there don't even have the same attitude. It's just, people are just stocking. They're just muddling through the day. You know what I'm saying? It's sad to see. And I know Primark stores are opening up all across the country and in all other countries. But every time they do that, a store lags in something. You know what I'm saying? For one good thing, one bad thing is happening. And I hope they notice that. Primark, please check it out, because, I mean, the quality of the merchandise is great. I've noticed that, like I said yesterday, there is an uptick, maybe like about $1 or $2 in the products. They went up a little bit, and that's fine. But the inventory is lagging. They had so much more stuff, and it's just, things seem to be just thrown onto the shelves, and some of the shelves are quite empty. Just like the phone accessories. Now, they were starting to get stuff in for the iPhone 16. It's just, I go over and I look at that display. It's heartbreaking because there's nothing really hanging on that display. It's just there. It's just a fixture there. And that was never the case. I've been here in this location, going to be 6 years in October. I have thought, you know how I feel about my Primark. I have been nothing but bragging about them for 5 years. For me to go back and say something like this, it hurts my soul. It really does. But it's happening, and I don't like what I'm seeing. The whole vibe is shifting, and I don't like that. So they have a small display of the fall stuff. They have candles, they have the room air fresheners and those little diffuser things, and they have pumpkin spice, and I like the pumpkin spice. I like the packaging of the pumpkin spice. So I purchased yesterday because I don't really use candles in the summertime here. I really don't. You know, the house is hot because I haven't been using air conditioning. You know that. You know how I feel about that. I'm keeping my electric bill down. I'm doing things in order to do that. I think it's fun. To me, I play a game with that. And the same thing with the electric. Like, I have the coffee pot unplugged. My husband goes, something wrong with the coffee pot? I said, no. He says, why? There's no clock on it. It's not working. I said, no, it's working. I just pulled the plug out. There's no need for me to have 14 clocks giving the same number. The coffee pot is just plugged in. To me, it's wasting all day unless I make a cup of coffee. And if I do, I could just plug it back in and then unplug it. Doesn't matter. I don't need to see what time it is 24 hours a day on my coffee clock. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel right now. Anyway, I purchased the tea light candles. I like the packaging, and they are in pumpkin spice. And they give off such a nice scent because you could smell them. They give off such a nice pumpkin spice smell. It's really nice. So these were $3, but you're getting 24 of them. You're getting a pack of 24 tea lights for $3. I don't think that's bad at all. And the scent is really good. And yesterday, what I do with these is I don't burn them as an actual tea light. Okay, I don't do that. What I do is I will take out, because these things are, as you can see, they're bendable, but you got to be careful because they are metal and they are sharp. So what I do is I take like a pair of scissors or a box cutter, and I will make a slice here, and I will peel away at the candle, and I will take the candle out. Now at the bottom of the candle there is a base, you know, like a little base that holds the wick in place. So what I do is I take that base off, and then what I do here is I will get my pair of pinch pliers or a pair of scissors and very gently pull the wick out from this end. So all I will have left is the candle. I've been doing this for years. So what I do with that is I go to my wax warmer, and I will take these, and this is what the candle looks like with nothing in it. I take off the little silver base that's holding the wick, and I pull the wick out from the other end, and all I have now is the very nice smelling candle. So I do that with 3 of these, and what I do is I will melt the remainder. So I will get my nice fall scent going, hopefully within the next few weeks. I'm not doing it now. I mean, I should just do a test run of it, but I'm not going to do it right now. But it smells very nice, and that's what I do with these. I don't use them as regular tea lights. I use them as wax melts, you know? And again, you're getting 24 of them for $3. I think that's really cool. And they smell great. So, like I said, they also have candles and everything. Their candles range from about $4 up to $8. So I want to let you know. Sometimes even $14. I bought that last big candle during the winter for $14. That was a nice candle. That really went nice. So anyway, that's what I do. And they smell very good. So I can't wait to melt those. And that was really it for Primark. I just walked around, saw a few things, played my numbers for yesterday and today, which did not come out yesterday. I'm hoping that it comes out today. It's just, you know, how hard is this? But I won't give up on the number. So it will come out eventually. I have been on a losing streak. So hopefully that will turn around. You know, so we go through those phases, and that's really it. Disney situations, I don't understand they spend more time of putting up walls than they ever do to reconstruct anything. Now, everybody was saying there is talk and there is pictures of the Haunted Mansion, and in the graveyard of the Haunted Mansion, they have these sticks with markers. Okay, they're different colored markers. And if you watched that Park Place, the reporter actually explains what those markers could possibly mean, which I got to give it to him. Yes, it does sometimes mean. Sometimes it means a gas pipe. He gives you the colors. Blue would mean a water pipe, things like that. So these markers are red. So it could be an electrical pipe, an electrical current running, You have to understand something. And again, I say this, and I'm going to say this again. You're at disturbing land that has been there. This was all swamp, folks. Okay, back in the 60s and 70s until it was built in 1971. This is all swampland. So whatever is under this land remaining, they're messing with it, or they're going to mess with it. And I don't think this is going to turn out nice, because I think that they have I'm just going to say this very nice, as nice as I can, undereducated, underskilled, underexperienced people that are working on these things now. You don't have the original Imagineers. You don't have the older Imagineers. Where are all those Imagineers? They have been fired and they now work for Universal, okay? Kudos to them. Good for you. They must be having a real good laugh at this. But, you're disturbing things. And when they drain rivers of America, that's going to be horrible. But they want to do it. Now, going over to Universal, they've already broke ground. They've already started getting in the equipment to do the expansions. Pictures have been shown for this overhead. Bio-reconstruct, man. They really are great. They really are. They will show you what is happening overhead, even though stupid little walls are up with Disney. And doors. It's the stupidest thing. Why put a door? Just can't you just walk around? They started off 2 weeks ago with a friggin' door. I have the picture. There was nothing on either side of the door, just the door. With a lock on the door. Forget it. It was just totally ridiculous. But anyhow, they spend more time of putting up walls. So now they got the walls up with a door. But Universal already has the expansion going. They've already started something. Good for them. They know how to get things done. That's exactly what they're doing. And they're having a good laugh at the Disney side. They really are. I'm sure they are. You know what? I'd have to laugh at them. You know what? I do laugh at them. I do. I can't help it. It's stupid. But you guys are the way you are. You chose to do this. You are choosing to rip things apart. Now, Walt Disney was all about making it beautiful every year. The thing's going to get beautiful every year. We're gonna, it's going to build more. They're going to build more. They didn't say they're going to rip up old shit and plop new shit over it. That's not what Walt said. Get that out of your head, okay? Straighten yourself out on that. That's not what he said. He's talking about expansion, talking about things. He did not say, I'm going to take that out and I'm going to put something else in. That's not what he was about. So there is a difference on that. And I don't think anybody noticed that. Yeah, well, he was all about change. He was changing. No, he was changing. Yeah, it's all about change. But again, he would never have ripped out Rivers of America to throw something else in its place. I don't think he would have ever done that. We don't know, because I don't know the man, but I'm taking it for granted that he would have never did that. That's bullshit. But Universal is totally different. They know how to do things. Is there a Zelda land coming? It may be. We don't know. They've been selling Zelda merchandise, and you don't have a place for Zelda dedicated to Zelda, but hopefully that will change. Yeah, the years of Zelda, boy, I tell you. My husband and I have also been doing a little bit of research, and a little bit of research is figuring out what to do, maybe possibly for next year, which would be a Universal thing. All right. Here's our dilemma. or should I say, here's my dilemma. And I brought this to our table meeting, our table meeting, because this is table talk, but we have table meetings. And he says, yeah, you got a point on that. Here's the thing. We are different from people who are already in the state of Florida and who already experienced Epic Universe. We are coming in from the outside. We are outsiders. We vacation there. Or should I say, we will be vacationing there. The thing is that I hope next year that they will come up with some sort of a way, or maybe release the 1-day rule and possibly make it so that it becomes a park hopper instead of picking one extreme day to experience Epic Universe, to just put it within the park hopper, make it a part of the vacation package. I feel, and I'm not downing it or anything, because they really are. They do things right. Their crowd control level, they are on top of their rules. They are on top of doing what they set out to do, which is great. Absolutely, I'm all for that. Absolutely. But the thing is, somebody like me, who only has, and many of us who vacation, only has one shot to spend the whole entire day at Epic Universe, I feel that we're very limited. And being that there's always weather down there, it always rains, I feel that we will not be getting the full experience of Epic Universe, because God forbid if it rains, then we're stuck. We have to do something else, or we have to shift our plan around something, and that would all be within the park. Yeah. So it would not be like a Disney thing, and I hate pinning one up against the other, but it would not be like our old usual Disney routine. It's raining. Okay, yeah, no problem. Either you duck into a gift shop, or you could do that also. But I have experienced, and this is my fear, I have experienced a full-on rainstorm for 7 friggin' days in Disney, to where I got deathly sick. I got sick the day before we were leaving. As a matter of fact, I have that on film. You guys saw that video. That was the last day at the Magic Kingdom. We had breakfast at Cinderella's Castle, and I was doing the walkout of Magic Kingdom. That ended our day at Magic Kingdom. That was the last day. I wasn't feeling good that day. I wound up getting deathly sick during the night and had to go on a plane the next day. So I was really suffering. I just, 2 hours and 10 minutes could not come any faster on that friggin' flight. I just wanted to get off that plane, come home, and pass out and go to bed, and just like end it. But every day in Florida, every day, and it was bad rain. We're not talking about a 5 or 10 minute rainstorm. We were talking about days of rain. It was weird. And I don't think in the 29 years I've actually ever experienced it. I've been down there with a hurricane, though, also. We were down there twice with hurricanes. But I don't think I've ever experienced a rainstorm full on for 7 days. As a matter of fact, we were the rainstorm started, and we knew, we watched the weather reports. So we were able to work around it, but still wound up getting caught in it. It was horrible. And 5 days later, after coming home here, being sick and having a fever, my husband got sick. So that was bad. And I says, I knew you were going to get it eventually, But it was a bad experience, 2022. The thing is, or was it 2000? No, it wasn't 2019, 2022. Anyhow, the thing is that one thing at Epic Universe, we only have one shot to do this. We only have 1 day to do this. It's not like a park hopper thing. Okay, you know what? We'll come back tomorrow. We'll have to leave now, get out of the rain and come back. Because, that majority of the park, the rides are outside. I want to do Mario Kart. I want to be in the Mario Land. I want to see Princess Peach's castle. I want to go into Bowser's. But the thing is that the majority of the rides are outside. That's a problem. I fear for this because I won't be getting the full-on Epic Universe experience. That's my dilemma right now. And I think it's rightfully so. You know, maybe everybody else can muddle through. You know, oh, no problem. We'll just, we'll come back next week. As I don't have a week, so I won't have that. So I'm hoping next year that Universal and Epic Universe, they will tack on Epic Universe as part of vacation package, as part of the Park Hopper experience down there. That's what I'm hoping for. What do you guys think? Do you think like enough's enough now with the one-day experience? I know that they're keeping close tabs on the park and everything, and I think it's great. I really do. I think it's great. But after a while, that's gonna have to taper off and go into, let's say, into population. Let's say the rules could be released into population, and as far as making it part of a vacation package, as far as booking park hoppers. See, like we're so much of a Disney pro, so we have it down to a science with that. That's not the problem, I mean, I could always do, if I don't want to, if I got to leave a park, I'll just come back tomorrow. I'll just come back, But that 1 week, it was horrible. It was horrible. I mean, Epcot was like, oh my God, the range is, it was bad. And I was like, is this shit going to stop or what? I mean, it stopped for maybe 5 minutes and then it just started again. And we couldn't go to the pool. We got screwed out of going to the pool. That they shut it down. There was one idiot in the pool, however, the lifeguard standing there trying to get him out. She was blowing the whistle until she couldn't blow it anymore. This guy just remained in the pool. Frig it. So anyhow, but that is my dilemma. So hopefully next year we will keep our eye on this now as the months go on. I'm just hoping for a release of that, What is it? Once they took off the virtual queues, I mean, obviously Tron. I have not rode Tron yet since it has been built. Okay? That's one of the things I would like to do. But, however, my husband also mentioned he got the idea from an article that he had read in our hometown newspaper, New York Post. He got an article, and he sent me the online version of it. I think there was a mother and a daughter or two sisters. It was a mother and daughter. Doesn't matter. They live in, I think it was Philly or Pennsylvania, whatever. It does not matter. They live up here. They wound up going to Disney for the day, did all 4 parks, and were back home that night in their own hometown. My husband got this strange idea. Now, we spoke about this 2 years ago. To just go down for the day, to go hang out at Disney Springs, do some shopping, have some lunch or maybe dinner, and then turn around and come back home. That's what we were originally going to do. We were still talking about this. Now, he has a whole new perspective on it. He would like to do all 4 parks and just come home the same day. Now, not for nothing. I have done some wacky shit in my life. I would actually be willing to give this a shot. Only because we know our area, we know Disney, we know what we can do, we know the ins and outs. Not book a hotel or anything. We're not talking about staying. We're just talking about going down there from here, New York, going down for the whole day and coming home that night, but to do all 4 parks and Disney Springs. And I had put in a request because I says, being that this would be celebrating of our 30 years, let's say, because I still can't get past the 29th year. I'm still waiting to celebrate the 30th year of going to Disney. You know that. My request would be is that, I hope I don't cry, being that our first resort, and I think you guys know this, our first resort was the Polynesian where we stayed. We stayed at the Contemporary. We stayed at Coronado Springs. We stayed at Caribbean Beach. We stayed, yeah. But our first resort we ever stayed at back in 1994, 30 years ago, was Polynesian. What I would like to do is at the end of the day, at the end of the night, whatever the hell we're doing, and by the way, we would obviously be doing park hopper because we have to park hop. The thing where I want to end this is to call Uber. Obviously, we're going to leave there from Uber. We're not renting a car. We're going to leave from Uber. Is to end it at the Polynesian. I want to walk out of the Polynesian. Because that's where we started. Ooh. Because that's where we started. As I want to end it at the Polynesian. I don't know why. Every time I talk about it, it gets emotional. I want to have that ending. I want to call the cab, Uber, and go off the property. That would be the Disney property to go off of. And I think we would make Magic Kingdom, obviously, the last park. So there we could take the monorail to the Polynesian and then call Uber from there and hightail it back to the airport. Yeah. So, I mean, Animal Kingdom would probably be our first park to do. So how we're thinking of this is cute. How we're thinking of it. I mean, things are thought of. We don't know if it's actually going to be done, but this is all supposed to be in one day. Cute. I'm up for it. I'm up for the challenge. It's been done before by other people, but for us to do it would be something totally, everybody's experience is different in something. So our experience would obviously be different than anybody else's. But I suggested when we get out of the airport, we go to take an Uber. I want to go to McDonald's. And that's where we would start our day with breakfast with an early bed, depending on how fast we get out of here, how fast the flight would be. I would like to get a 6 a.m. flight. They've actually given us one year a 5:30 a.m. flight. However, that was the trip that had to be canceled, which was 2023. So we had a 5:30 flight out of New York. They upped us, and I was like, yeah, 5:30. All right. And then, shit happened, so we had to cancel. But I would like to go to McDonald's, and that McDonald's would be the one near All-Star Resorts, because you could walk to McDonald's from All-Star. So I would do that. I would take the Uber to McDonald's. Yeah, drop me off at McDonald's parking lot. Then go to All-Star, then get on, or hang out at All-Star, and then get on a bus and go to the first park, which would be Animal Kingdom. We don't spend no more than an hour and a half at Animal Kingdom, depending on the weather-wise, Cali River Rapids. My husband does Expedition Everest. I have never been on Expedition Everest. I just can't do it. I don't know. I've never experienced it. I've never done it. That's his thing, my husband. But my thing is Cali River Rapids. Do I want to get wet as the first park? Probably not. Now, they are giving you that stupid crap of going to a water park the minute that, the day that you get there. I don't even want to do that. I don't want to do that. We're just there for a certain amount of hours. So we are envisioning this. My husband is like really excited. He got really excited. The other morning we went to breakfast. He got really excited at the table. I was like, okay. It sounds cute. Now, like I said, we were going to do the Disney Springs thing that day, but that kind of fizzled out. This happens to be a little bit something more, I guess, enjoyable. I don't know. But I really would like to get the 30th year over with. That's basically my reason. I really would like to do that. But my request would be leaving from the Polynesian. Just, like I said, get the Uber and get out of there at the end of the night. I would like to do that, depending on what time the flight is, So then there now. That is our thing. That is where I stand right now. Whatever. Anyway, I am going to end it now. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what you think about Primark. If you guys got a Primark near you, how is your merchandise at Primark? Mine ain't doing so hot. It hurts my soul. It's hurting my soul. Anyway, let me get going because I want to wash my hair. I got to do dishes in the sink. I have to eat breakfast. I already took my thyroid pill, so I'm good with that. I was enjoying sitting outside. Oh my God, I wish I didn't have to go anywhere. I really wish. This is one of the days I really wish I didn't have to. But adulting gets in the way, so I will make the best of it. I will talk to you soon. I thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and my little table talk here. You guys are my faraway friends. You know this, and I enjoy that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I posted a few videos yesterday. Muppet Vision Courtyard is one of them. That was a doozy. I thought everybody wanted to help save it. I didn't see any petitions or anything for this. But you know what? Even if you did petitions, it's a waste of time because Disney really don't care. They're just going to do what they want to do. You know this already. Okay? Anyhow, love to all. Have a great day. Happy Friday and happy August 1st. It is August 1st. 2 weeks from now, Disney's celebrating Halloween. Ridiculous. But anyhow, love to all. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.